Thursday at 6:30 on BBC One.
Kylie Minogue, well, almost takes to the stage. Even better than the real thing is at 6:15. First here on BBC One Wales. If this doesn't make you feel Christmassy, nothing will.
Thank you very much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and a very warm welcome to this special Christmas edition of Pointless Celebrities, the quiz that puts obscure knowledge to the test. Let's meet this evening's Pointless Celebrities. And couple number one.
Hello, I'm Gareth Malone, and I had a Christmas #1 with Military Wives Choir.
And I'm Samantha Stevenson, and I had the solo for Wherever You Are with the Military Wives Choirs, and there's now 74 choirs across the world.
Couple number two.
Hi, my name's Ben Haynow. I won the X Factor in 2014 and had a Christmas #1 that year, and this legend is...
I'm Jimmy Osmond. And I had a Christmas #1 way back called Long-Haired Lover from Liverpool, so... and he's the smart one.
Not at all. Not at all. We're in trouble.
Couple number three.
Hi, my name's Jonah Louie, and I'm a singer-songwriter type person, and one of the things I did was a Christmas number as well, called Stop the Cavalry.
And I'm Mike Batt. I've had 2 Christmas #2s, which doesn't add up to a #1, I'm afraid.
And finally, couple number four.
Hi, I'm Justin Hawkins. I sing for The Darkness. We had a seasonal #2 in 2003, and then we contributed to the #1 the year after, which was the Band Aid reimagining.
I'm Dan Hawkins. I'm Justin's brother and guitarist in The Darkness.
Thank you all very much indeed. Very warm welcome to Point. It's lovely to have you all here. We'll get a chance to chat a little bit further throughout the show as it goes along. So that just leaves one more person for me to introduce. He's been officially recognised by the Guinness Book of Records as the world's biggest elf. It's my pointless friend, it's Richard.
Hiya. Hey, everybody. Merry Christmas. Well, Merry Christmas to you.
Oh, and right back to you.
Isn't this I love Christmas.
I love Christmas.
We've both dressed up. I'm wearing a Christmas jumper. You're wearing your Christmas thong. So lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
And we're joined by so many hit makers. A huge amount of Christmas hits on the show. Not only are we having the whole show, but we're being played out at the end. We've got a very, very special treat at the end. And the very, very good news is it's not Xander. But one of our, two of our panel, in fact, will be playing us out at the end, which will be great fun. Now, question one, there's quite Christmassy themes to a lot of the questions. Question one, I have to take my hat off to the Pointless question setters, the Pointless elves, because they've had a lot of fun and spent a lot of time working out the answers to question one. It's going to be a good one.
OK, thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now, as today's show is a celebrity special, each of our celebrities here is playing for a nominated charity. For those reasons, we're going to start off with a jackpot of £2,500. There it is. Right, if everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. All you have to remember is this. The pair with the highest score at the end of each round will be eliminated. So keep your scores as low as you possibly can. Very best of luck to all 4 pairs. Our first category this evening is Christmassy celebrities. Can you all decide on your pairs? Who's going to go first? Who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK. And our question concerns famous people with wintry or festive names. Richard.
Yes, you're about to see a board of 16 famous faces. All of them have a name which has a wintry or festive connection. Oh. Can you identify the most obscure of these people? It's nice, isn't it?
Oh, that is nice. OK, let's reveal our 16 faces, and here they come. There we go. There we go. OK, Gareth Malone. You said you'd had a Christmas number one. You've had 2 Christmas number ones, I think, haven't you?
Have I?
I think you have. The NHS choir and the Military Wives.
That's right. Guilty as charged. Well, I didn't work with them on that, but I did start the NHS choir, so I'll take that. Thank you.
Yeah, I think you can take that.
Fine. All right. Yes, then.
So, Gareth, what do you think goes into the perfect Christmas song?
It's so difficult, isn't it? It's alchemy. And certainly when we had that, nobody expected it. It wasn't the aim, but it was an amazing ride, as I'm sure everyone would say here. It was incredible. Have you got plans? Have you got another choir lined up for another Christmas number one at some future point, Gareth? Some point. Not this year, not this year. Giving everyone a break. OK. It's a year off. OK, fair enough. Yes. Now, what about our wintry people over here? Well, there's quite a few. I'm going to say Robin Cook, because it's Robin. Robin Cook. OK, let's see how many of our 100 people said Robin Cook. 18 for Robin Cook.
Yeah, tough on that first podium, so it's a very good answer, Gareth. Well played. It's got Robin in his name.
Yeah, it's nice.
Like a lovely Christmas robin.
Like a Christmas robin, sitting on a spade.
I won't always explain the connection to the festive period, but just as we're beginning the round, I thought maybe I would.
Yes, yes.
Robin.
Robin. Thank you.
Pleasure.
Jimmy, welcome back to Pointers. Lovely to have you with us again. Last time you were here, in fact, you sang Long-Haired Lover.
I sang Long-Haired Lover, that's right. Great to be with you. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Well,
it's a great time of year, isn't it?
Oh, it is.
My favourite.
It is. Now, when that was number one, I think you went into the Guinness Book of Records for being the youngest ever.
The youngest ever still. Although Will Smith's daughter almost beat me, but anyway.
Almost.
Almost, but I was still younger.
How old were you?
I think I was 8 or 9 years old.
There you go.
Yeah, that's a long time ago. What happened, huh?
Now then, Jimmy, who would you like to go for on our board of wintry named people?
David Frost. I remember David.
You're going to go for David Frost.
Yeah.
Let's see how many of our 100 people said David Frost. It's right. Well, 18 is our only score so far. 46 for David Frost. Not bad at all, Jimmy.
I don't know that. I got the name. It doesn't matter. It just popped in. Yeah.
Richard,
David Frost. Frost being the wintry one there. But
of course.
Also David, as in once in Royal David City. So absolute double whammy there. That's like double Christmas.
Isn't it? Thank you very much, Richard. Mike.
Hello.
Mike. I think you've written one of my all-time favourite Christmas songs. I think that Wombling Merry Christmas it's a sort of complete Christmas song. It has everything in it.
That's very nice of you to say so, thank you.
It's lovely. Oh, it's a great song. And Winter's Tale, obviously, as
Thank you
mentioned.
so much.
When you played as the Wombles, which Womble were you? Because it's very hard to tell from our side.
Well, I was Orinoco, the one with the red scarf, and I was, being the singer, I was the one who used to wave the microphone stand around for those who are old enough to remember. Yeah, we had a lot of fun and took off a lot of weight, actually. I
think you must have done.
You could lose half a stone in a week wearing a Womble costume.
I love the fact that Mike Batt is one of the most successful and lucrative recording artists of all time, and yet now he's telling us about just the scarf above your head on top of the pops as Orinoco.
Well,
so it's funny what you get remembered for sometimes, isn't it?
One must not get too attached to one's dignity.
Mike, who would you like to go for?
Well, there are two that I think could be low points, and I'm toggling between them. I'm going to say Peter Gabriel.
Peter Gabriel. OK, let's see how many of our 100 people went for Peter Gabriel. Well, 18's our low score, 46 our high. You pass 46, you pass 18. Dan, you get a 5. Very well done indeed, Mike. Peter Gabriel.
Great answer, Mike. There he is. I told you our question setters had fun doing this.
They had fun.
When they were stumbling across Peter Gabriel, going, oh, Peter Gabriel. Yeah, Angel Gabriel, of course.
Angel, exactly. Thank you very much indeed. Justin. Now then, Justin, welcome to Pointless. Very good to have you here. Now, the Darkness. I mean, let's just think about how amazing the Darkness are and indeed were.
Actually.
When you first... When I was first played Permission to Land, it was one of those things I think everyone remembers when they first said, because there was something very exciting about it. We hadn't had that sort of virtuoso singing and guitar playing in heavy rock for ages. I mean, decades. It was fantastic. But you kind of embraced the comedy of it all as well.
I don't know what you mean. I've always taken it seriously. Yeah. This is my talent, my gift, if you will, and I'm offended by that.
Someone was telling me that they went to a gig you did in LA where you shouted, "Give me a D!" Is it, "Give me a D"? Is it, "Give me an Arkness"?
That sounds like every gig we've ever done, actually.
Oh, right. Oh, there we are.
We've only got one joke, and that is it, so
I don't
you've
believe
spoilt
that.
it now.
Justin, do you fancy having a pop at someone here? Who are you going to go for?
Honestly, I can only name one of them, so I should do that, shouldn't I? John Thor.
John Thor. Oh, you see?
I was concerned about that because Thor is springtime, surely.
Well, it's the other side of winter, isn't it?
It bookends winter nicely with autumn, so yeah, perfect.
Let's see. How many of 100 people said John Thor? Well, 46, still a high score. Oh, 50. 50, we have a new high score, but not too high. Not too high at all.
I like the fact that John Thor's just underneath David Frost.
Oh,
I think you get Thors often in winter, because it thaws every day, doesn't it, the frost?
So, yeah. Yes.
So I think we get away with it. I think we do.
I think so. Well, listen, we're halfway through the round. Let's take a quick look at our scores. 5, Mike. 5. Very much the lowest score of the past. Very, very well done. Then we travel up to 18, where we find Gareth and Samantha. Then up to 46, where we find Jimmy and Ben. And then 50 is where we find the Hawkins Bros. So, Dan, we need a lower score from you just to keep you in the game. So good luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Can the second players please step up to the podium? OK, now, Dan, welcome to Pointless. What's it like, the Hawkins family Christmas? I mean, do you all get together?
Well, I mean, after we've stopped fighting and made up, it's normally quite a nice vibe.
It's normally Boxing Day by then.
That's Boxing Day by then, yeah. So, yes, it's, you know, roaring fires and...
That's it.
And, yeah, Christmas songs and the usual.
The usual. Do you have a favourite Christmas song, Dan?
Actually, funnily enough, Winter's Tale is one of my favourites, but I didn't realise Mike Batt was involved in that, so it's a revelation to me.
Yeah, it's a good song. Now, Dan, there you are. You're our high scorers on 50. What are you going to go for?
I was really hoping that Michael Winterbottom would have been up there, but no. I don't actually recognise any of these people. What's that? Yes, Snow.
He's on second name terms with him. So.
I can't quite remember the first name, but second name is definitely Snow.
So, do you want to make up a first name for Snow? Just any name.
Just think of, like, the most common name that you can...
John. John.
What do you want to go for, Dan?
We'll go for John.
John
Snow.
John Snow up there. OK. There's no... I mean, there we go. OK, there's no red line for you because you're the high scorers. Let's see how many of our 100 people said John Snow. It's right. 53. Takes your total up to 103.
Well done, me.
There he is, John Snow. Snow being the wintry part of his name.
There we go. Jonah, welcome to Pointless. Lovely to have you here.
Thank you very much.
I'm just thinking about... you remember that About a Boy? Do you remember the film About a Boy?
No.
That Nick Hornby book. There's a guy who basically he lives on the fact that his dad had a massive Christmas hit.
Oh, that rings a
I'm
bell.
wanting to know if that bears fruit. Did the cavalry bring it home for you?
The royalty from that number is about half of all the royalties I get every year, one number.
Isn't that
and all the other catalogue is
Yeah.
the other half. So there's something in what he says or what the film writer tried to bring out.
Well, it's all fantastic. Christmas literally comes around every year. So, Jonah, there you are on 5. 103 is the high score. So if you can score 97 or less, you are through to our next round.
Well, it's hopefully not a gamble, but I think the person above David Frost there is Judy Garland.
Judy Garland. Judy Garland. Here is your red line. If you get below this red line, Jonah, you are through...
Is the tension mounting?
Below that, you're through to round 2. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Judy Garland. It is Judy Garland. It is, takes you down to 28. Very well done indeed, which takes your total up to 33, which I suspect will be the lowest total of the round.
That's a terrific answer, Jonah. Very well played. It's interesting what Gareth was saying about we never know quite what makes a Christmas hit. And Stop the Cavalry is one of those, isn't it? Because it's one of those songs that people immediately just went, yeah, that affects me somewhere. And every year it's the same. New generations come along, and what a very special thing to have been a part of.
Absolutely right. Now, Ben. Ben. Well, they always do this. When the X Factor series finishes, they then put all the stats out. And it turns out every so often you get that thing where there's one particular contestant who is just slaying it every week, always winning. And you were that person when you were doing it.
Yeah, I think from week 4, they said, onwards. So it was
won
an
it
honour
every
to be
week.
voted for.
I mean, suddenly the change in your life over that space
It
of,
was
what,
massive, yeah, and I
2 or
wouldn't
3
be here
months.
doing something like this if I hadn't done the show, so...
Well, there you are. There you are. You
It's a
have X
blessing and a
Factors to
curse.
thank. Nice jumper, by the way.
Thank
Ben,
you.
as
I didn't
well.
even know it was the theme. I was just wearing it.
46 is where you are. The high scorers still Dan and Justin over there on 103, so 56 or less. You were doing quite a lot of shaking of your head.
Yeah, I was telling Jimmy to start the card. There's only 2 that I know up there, and I think they're both high scorers. I was going to go for Peter Gabriel early on, but I'm going to go for Nicholas Lyndhurst.
Nicholas Lyndhurst says, Ben, there is your red line. Get below that and you are through to the next round. How many people said Nicholas Lyndhurst? You've done it. Oh, hey, just look at that. 53. You needed 56. Takes your total up to 99. Very well done indeed.
Well played, Ben, straight through to the next round. Yeah, Nicholas Lyndhurst, like St. Nicholas, that's the that's the Christmas thing there.
Oh, thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now then, Samantha, welcome. Now, welcome. Now, when Gareth does his choir series, there's always that moment when he gets the thing going and he gets the, you know, there's that fantastic esprit de corps that he gets everyone doing. Everyone's a little bit scared of him. Is he quite scary when he's there conducting?
No.
Really?
No.
But no, everyone wants to do as much as they can for Gareth. And then comes that terrible, sad moment when Gareth goes off and he leaves the choir. And I often wonder if these choirs really stay together after Gareth has left the room.
Well, they do. I mean, we worked really hard to find, well, we couldn't top you, but to try and find a really good conductor as well.
Which you did.
Yeah,
we
which
did.
they did, very much, yeah.
And we just continued.
And it's still going now?
Yes. I mean, there's 74 across the world, and I'm up in my local one up at Lossiemouth.
Yeah.
And it's still going strong, and it's a massive support network for the wives as well.
Fantastic. Now, listen, you are on 18. The high scorers are still Justin and Dan on 103. 84 or less. Nice high number there. How are we feeling about this board? Do you fancy talking us through as many of them as you dare?
I know the top lady is Carol something, so I'm not going to pick her. I know that woman, she's in like loads of comedies, but I can't remember her name either. I don't know that guy. I know that's January Jones. I know that's Chris Pine, Alison Bell. I know that's Holly Willoughby. I think I would like to go for Chris Pine.
Chris Pine, says Samantha. Chris Pine, here's your red line, nice and high. Get below that with Chris Pine, and you are into round 2. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Chris Pine. It's right, and you're through. Very well done. Oh, look at that, 7. Second lowest score of the round. Very well done indeed, Samantha. Takes your total up to 25, the lowest total of the round. So very well done.
That's a terrific answer. Very well played. Shall we go through the rest of this board and see how Christmassy our question set has managed to be? Top left is...
Carol Kirkwood.
Carol Kirkwood. She would have scored you 8 points. You're right about the next one. Comedian is in all sorts of films and Saturday Night Live. Maya Rudolph.
Maya.
Would have scored you 1 point. Now, the next row down, very well done if you got this gentleman, plays with Daft Punk, Chili Gonzalez. Pointless answer, so well done. But it's called Chili, so what are you going to do, right? January Jones, very low scoring answer, 3 points for January Jones. Kristen Bell would have scored you 5 points. Now, the next gentleman is from Fine Young Cannibals.
This is good. Roland Gift.
Roland Gift, yeah. Would have scored you 7 points. We'll leave the next gentleman because he's another pointless answer and move on to Holly Willoughby, who's the biggest scorer on the whole board. She would have scored you 60. Cool. Anybody want to venture a guess at the last one?
Merry Christmas?
So it's not far off. It's a very Christmassy name. Percy Sledge. Percy Sledge. Pointless answer. Very well done if you said that. That's good, isn't it?
Wasn't it? Thank you very much indeed. So at the end of our first round, we have to say goodbye to one of our pairs, and I'm so sorry, Dan and Justin, you are the pair with the highest score. Not way out in front there. You did pretty well. The great news for us is we're going to see you at the end of the show because you're going to come on and play us out, which is fabulous. But it's been lovely having you on. Thank you so much, Dan and Justin. But for the remaining three pairs, it's now time for round 2. And look at that.